What's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. Today, continuing my 2021 year-end top 10s as we look at the number 6 featherweight in the world right now at 126 pounds, and that is the former IBF champion, Kid Galahad. Galahad entered 2021 coming off of a 2020 where he only fought once, but he recorded the biggest victory of his career in a final eliminator. He had bounced back from his 2019 controversial split decision loss to Josh Warrington. He took on veteran Claudio Marrero and dominated Marrero, stopping him in 8 rounds. Really put his name out there impressively that he was ready for a title shot, another title shot. And he was in line to fight Josh Warrington. But Warrington didn't want any part of a rematch with Galahad, so Warrington gave up his belt and looked on to doing other things. So Galahad waited around for his mandatory title shot, and in August he would take on Jaza Dickens, also from the United Kingdom, in a rematch from their 2013 bout in which Galahad stopped Dickens in the 10th round. Well, both fighters wanted to prove that they were different and they were better, and Galahad went out there and dominated Jaza Dickens in their rematch, leaving no doubt that he was the better man between the two, and he was ready to move up to the top of the division. And he ended up stopping Dickens in the 12th round and captured his first world title. So the world seemed to be Galahad's oyster. He was ready to get out there and make the big fights, and he wanted to get another defense in. So in December, he would take on former super bantamweight champion at 122, Kiko Martinez. And everybody looked at, on paper, this was a mismatch. You know, Martinez, older, he really wasn't, even when he was champion, he had about 3 or 4 fights that he looked spectacular in. And then he really, since then, back in, I want to say that was 2015, 2016, you know, since losing to Carl Frampton, losing the title to Frampton in 14 or 15, you know, he had gotten a couple opportunities against Leo Santa Cruz, but he fought hard against Josh Warrington, fought hard against Zelfa Barrett, who he lost to Zelfa Barrett earlier in the year. Nobody thought going in against Kid Galahad that he was going to stand any kind of a chance. And when the fight started, that's what it looked like. Galahad was dominating Kiko, hurt him early, and was dominating him through 4.5 rounds. Then, right towards the end of the 5th round, another round he was losing, he threw a monster overhand right that cracked Kid Galahad and put him down hard. And Galahad barely made it to his feet. The bell rang. He slumped down in his corner, and they let him go out there, but they should not have, as he went out there and the first right hand that Kiko threw at him landed and put Galahad out for good, and Galahad would suffer the first knockout loss of his career and a major upset to Kiko Martinez, one of the upsets of the year right there. And it really threw Galahad back. Now, after the fight, people wanted to blame it on the weight because he missed weight on the first attempt the day before the fight, but he came back and made weight. You know, true or not, he was dominating the action and got caught with a big shot. So now, heading into 2022, let's look at his stats real quick. Galahad is, he previously was number 3, so he drops 3 spots from number 6. He's 31 years old, so he really needs to get back into the mix right now. He's not ranked by any governing body. That loss came right at the end of November, I believe. So, or in the middle of November. So I don't think that anybody's updated their rankings. But he's 28-2, 17 knockouts. Galahad wants to get back in the mix though, and I've heard he's gonna invoke his rematch clause. So if he does that, I think Galahad's gonna beat Kiko Martinez in their rematch and leave no doubt. But we gotta wait and see, because the IBF does have a mandatory challenger right now, and I believe his name is Luis Lopez. He's got a mandatory challenger there, and Galahad might have to fight him, but we don't know. Kiko might have to fight him, but I think Galahad's rematch clause has priority, And then he can go defend the title after that if he so chooses to stay at 126. But hey, a rematch with Kiko, he goes and beats him and then has to fight Lopez. That sounds like a busy year already. So that could fill up his year right there. You know, just him trying to reestablish himself at the top of the division. Or Galahad can move up to 130. We just have to wait and see what he decides to do. But a tough year, a tough break for Kid Galahad, but he can, if he can get the rematch right away, he can jump right back in the mix, feet first, and let everybody know that he's still a serious player at 126. Or, as I said, he can move up to 130 and start making a splash there. We just got to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to it. Kid Galahad's a good fighter. He's a great boxer. He's entertaining. See what happens. But that's my number 6 featherweight in the world right now at 126 pounds for my year-end top 10s. Former IBF champion, Kid Galahad of the United Kingdom. I hope you guys enjoyed it. True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.